This project, for us, is very important for many reasons. And I think the sort of relation to the High Line is central, one of our central points. In fact, we have 5 basic points to our project. The first one is to maximize the green space, integrate the High Line Park. That was one of the great reasons why we really wanted to do this project. So we could make that High Line really terminate in a great condition. Build towers on solid ground. We came to that after studying very carefully the nature of this site. You can see our solution. Span the rail yard with a suspension bridge technology, a column-free, allowing uninterrupted train service. And most important, that this project should really be exemplary on sustainability for the mayor's plan for New York City, and actually go beyond it. Our project, as you can see, proposes 19.5 acres of open space. And we came to this, it came from a series of pragmatic problems of spanning the rail yards and keeping them free of columns. When you think about the possibility of 19.5 acres and the possibility that you could have a view of the Hudson River across that whole green expanse, and the fact that when you're standing in that green expanse, that you'll know where you are because you can look back and you can see the entire city. To us, this is very important. So, the third point is integrate the High Line. This, to us, was really a pleasure and a joy because this is something we're so excited to see that field operations and Illustrated Videos project is going forward. And after all the hope of all those years, we see the vehicles up there working on the High Line, and we feel it's very important not to tear any of it down. Here you see the High Line along 30th Street, integrated shops below, a kind of marquee and glowing light for the new concert hall. And to turn the High Line into a pier, we made a special building, which is called High Line Pier Building. There, on the lower levels, there's no functions. The apartments start up high, and it turns into a floating pier on the Hudson River. But this is an important principle of our project. We see the nature of this problem as maintaining the rail system for the MTA undisturbed, and also making economical construction, that is, to build on solid ground. That means the cores come down, that means these buildings anchor completely in the ground, and you don't build over the train yards. So here you can see the basic diagram, and the nature of this diagram comes from something deeply connected to the problem of this site. That is, span the rail yards with suspension bridge technology. So this is a video that shows this incremental technology, high-strength suspension in post-tension cables, prefabricated concrete planks set in place. Everything, by the way, is put in place by closing one lane of 11th Avenue. Only one lane is closed. These are gradually rolled into place. And that gives the park a kind of valley-like shape that allows all the natural runoff to be collected in a kind of tributary that has a kind of waterfall at the end. So this is part of our sustainability, and we really want this project is so large at 11.3 million square feet and 26 acres. We say here's a place to show the rest of the world that New York City can build it greener than anyone. We could do it here. We could, these are just some of the points, and we know we can also cool and heat it with geothermal. Matthias Schuler has done the calculations. We're not sure whether we can use the river. We would be able to use pilings and a closed-loop system like the system we're using in Beijing. So the thing that's exciting about working on a project of this scale is that with the scale, you actually get an economy. Because we're limiting our footprint, we have one piece of the site that allows us to go up very tall, so we thought of a triple tower, a tower that's joined at the top. So here's the Performing Arts Center. We put this very particularly on east and south corner. So the idea of making the major cultural building occur on that corner also allows us, when you come up 10th Avenue, you see a cultural building, not a big, massive construction. These are multiple architectures on the western yards, and the idea here was that they're mostly residential with commercial in the podium, but they're sliced. We call them sun-sliced towers. That basically, to summarize, this idea of being able to see the moon passing over the Empire State Building. I know this site, as I can see in the autumn. It rises, and you can see the Empire State Building. You can see the big disk of the moon and the clouds passing over the moon. You can see that in this park because it's open to the city and it's open to the world. Thank you.